奇跡の炎よ燃え上がれよ君の心に未来のため
All right, we're back, but I just want to preface this video by saying I love repaints. I was first introduced through John's hobby room. Like, I remember going and watching each video every week of his and being like, oh my god, I need these. And since then, whenever I can get my hands on repaints for a good price, I do it almost every time. But why? So I'm going to introduce 3 aspects of why I think repaints are great for figure collectors. First one being, it caters to unique tastes, right? Think about it like choosing alternate colors on a fighting game. The things that you want in a figure, they're likely repainted somewhere. You want Super Saiyan God Vegito? It's there. You want Super Saiyan Blue... Broly? You've got it. It allows for unique expression to each individual. Whatever you can think of, it's likely out there somewhere, right? Second, it fulfills the I wish of figures that you anticipated from. Like, take Full Power Frieza for instance. He goes from an overpriced, bland-looking figure to amazing with just a little bit of shading, expression of the blood, and his other small details like the scratches, right? 3, it defines your style of collecting. Are you someone who loves manga dimensions? Do you like the monotoned figures? Are you like me and just into simple repaints? No matter what side of things you're on, there's a repaint out there for it. And I think that repaints are such a beautiful thing because they allow for really underrated figures with good sculpts with minor details to shine. And even sometimes become the centerpiece of people's collections, you know? That Full Power Frieza, that's the centerpiece of my Namek shelf. And without a repaint, it probably wouldn't be there. But hey, why hear all these points from me when we could hear from the expert on the matter? Without further ado, John. Hey, John. I got a question. What do you like about figures?
What about repaints appeals to me is, I become sort of analytical about it, and it sort of shows me like, wow, either this looks really, really good, or wow, what can I do to make this look better? What can I make better, or what can I change about it? So, for example, when we saw the new announcements come out for the last Ichiban Kuji, Super Saiyan Goku, the Prize B, and the first thing that came to mind was, wow, this is a manga-inspired pose. Maybe we can do something with like manga-inspired colors or something like that. So it's sort of like just trying to see what I can do to make it different, make it better, and just make it like pop a little bit more. And when it comes to the style that I repaint my figures in, I think, especially these days where figures come out with a lot less shading, but the sculpts that the figures come with are like still really, really good. It's just that because of manufacturing, put the money into the paint application. And I think a new coat of paint can just really make like the most difference of a figure. Like, for example, the Frieza that you used as an example before, when I saw that figure, when it was announced, I thought it was incredibly bland. I just thought that there was nothing about it. But that was just from the production photos. Once I saw it in person and I really saw that there was a really, really good sculpt in it, like it matched Frieza's look perfectly. The only thing that was missing was, just that definition And he even and the battle damage. He had the sculpt lines in there for the battle damage, like to the T of where Akira Toriyama drew it on the page. And I just said, you know what? Like, I have the capability to bring that to life. So let's just do it. Like, let me, add that shading and definition. I think just even that adding a little bit of that line right there, it just makes a huge difference. And that's sort of what my style is to really just bring out the best of what the figure has to offer. There's only a limited amount of releases out there with actual 2D paints, but there's no 2D Broly, there's no 2D Cell or whatever. So these custom repaints give collectors that capability of having them, for themselves, and it's one of a kind, which makes it even more special.
Yeah, so very big thank you to John for coming on this video and giving his perspective and thoughts on repaints. I think it was super interesting to hear kind of what goes through his head as someone who designs and comes up with the ideas for the projects he does. So once again, thank you very much, John. But as a viewer, I'm sure something said in this video has resonated with you so far. So without further ado, let's actually go on how to shop for repaints. So to start, I use Bai. It's my proxy of choice. I really like it because it's got coupons, and actually using the Japanese characters to search for things lets you see everything that someone as a Japanese native would see, right? But you could use any proxy, really. I just recommend Bai. It's my favorite. So before that, though, let's go into the different genres of repaints, right? We got manga dimensions, super clean. There are the Super Master Star Piece and Grandista ones, but if you want to expand your collection, repaints, looking specifically for these, great start. Next, we got customs. These are your one-of-ones. They take one figure and they transform it into something completely different like this. These are going to end up being a lot more expensive than either manga dimensions or our typical standard repaints. My choice of taste when it comes to repaints, just simple, clean, good looking. But I would say that typical repaints like this and manga dimensions you can find for good prices. Customs are often going to be pretty expensive, like 200 plus kind of deal, right? So I'm going to put this search term in the description for you guys, but really it's just Dragon Ball repaint. Not Ichiban Kuji, not Ichiban Dragon Ball, just Dragon Ball. It's going to give you everything, right? So you can start with auctions. Auctions are where most repainters put their figures, especially popular guys. They're going to put their figures for here. They're going to go for super expensive, and it's very competitive. You're probably going to have to wake up at like 5 a.m. to actually bid on these. And you're probably going to pay a hefty price, as well as having to pay for the domestic shipping in Japan. So you're paying basically for the figure to ship it to the proxy warehouse and then to you, right? But I will say you can find some steals going deep into these pages, man. Like, don't get me wrong. Sometimes you're going to find things for 140, 150, 200 like these. But other times, oh my God, this figure alone goes for like 80 to 100 now. This is a repaint I got. I got that for 100. Insane. It's diligently searching, yeah. But let's keep it a buck. We look at the original compared to this, it's night and day. You saw it in the video. I don't have to explain it, right? Same thing. Dude, this is clean. We're already taking a $12 figure in Japan and transforming it into something more for 30 bucks with no bids. No one wanted this. I will take it. This is clean, especially if you don't know how to do it, right? So auctions, by all means, you're going to find deals, right? These aren't bad either. $35, I'd do it. Why not? This manga dimension cooler, god damn, this looks so freaking cool, man. I love this. I'm not a manga dimension guy. I know a couple people that are. But this is sick. Easy, right? Next, Mercari. Same search term. Throwing that in. Display only available. Search by new. With that, we're seeing a lot of things here, right? And it's kind of distinguishing, okay, how much is this worth to me, right? Like, oh my god, I love Extreme saying Gogeta, I wish he was in his Dragon Ball Z outfit. Like, this isn't bad. I personally, I'm not spending 100 on this, but it's all about your style. What do you like and what would you pay for? We're finding what's a figure I wish could be better, or what's something that I see at a glance and I love it, and how much would I pay for it, right? All right, we got a couple options now, so let's give these a look, right? This guy for $80. Let's analyze. Okay, off rip, I really like the color of the clothing and the hair. I think it's really beautiful. But what kind of kills it for me is, dude, why is he so pale? Just because I like a couple aspects of the figure, because we're paying premium price, you've got to eliminate it. You've got to be like, look, this is great, but there's a thing I don't like about it. I'm gonna hold off till I find something better. That's at least how I would go about it. $150 for Daima Goku. All right, this is like a $30, $40 figure in Japan. They're asking for, they think that their quality of work is $100 extra. Absolutely not. We're not doing that. Right? Okay, this, ooh, I'm loving the eyes. I'm loving the shading. Okay. On the skin, it's a little sloppy. On the hair, it's a little sloppy. But they understand that, and that's why it's $50. Honestly, not bad. I don't think it's horrible, right? Now, I'm sure if you've paid attention to my taskbar, I've actually got a couple shops here that I've saved because I'm a fan of their work and they post for good prices, right? This guy buys, or he sells premium figures, I think, for a really good price, right? I actually bought a Super Saiyan, I'll put it on screen, a Super Saiyan GT Goku off him. Love it, right? And you can kind of tell that his quality of work, it's worth, I think, the amount of money here. Like, these look really good, and it's something I'd be willing to pay. But that's my style, right? Let's go to Kazu's store, another seller that I really like on here. He's got some really nice figures, and I think that they're fairly priced as well. Like, if you're, I know we have Super Saiyan 3 Goku coming out, but let's check it, right? Got this. So much of an upgrade for $50, easy. I'm doing it. Oh, I'm a big Super Saiyan 3 guy. I really want this Goku. It looks great. Go for it, dude. I know we got a new one coming out, but if you're someone like, oh my god, I love this, buy it. Same thing here. Like, oh my god, I love, this is my favorite Broly form. I love the effects in the hands. Like, one thing the figure was missing when I bought it was shading, and this is just perfect. Go for it. I think that these are the kinds of things that you're looking for. And it's all subjective. It's all going to be down to you. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. $50 for this Goku with box. That's a steal. This is why I like shopping on proxy sites. If you guys want me to do a video on proxy sites, how to shop for them, let me know. This is a steal right here, man. Oh my goodness. But yeah, that's our video on repaints. If this helped you guys out at all, let me know. If there's anything you guys want to see in the future, let me know. Otherwise, I just opened up the community tab on our channel. I'd love to see what you guys are working with. But besides that, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
I-
John.
I think you,
I think I
well,
can.
you got the ring. You got the ring. So you keep the ring. We can start over. You can cut this whole part out. And then you're going to ask me, what do you like about repaints?
I think I scared you.